There's a lot of storylines here. Let's start first with the Padres, then we'll touch bases Dodgers, and then with the Angels. Padres are 5-7. Now they come home, Cubs, then they go to Dodger Stadium, and then they go back out on the road again. Four of their losses have been to San Francisco, which just riles me. San Francisco, I'm sorry, it's got a ragtag roster. They lost four games, never faced the ace Blake Snell. It's right now the Padres are just not a complete team. We talked about this at the end of last week, John. Five guys in their bullpen, not named Robert Suarez. The other five have let them down. The other five have played a direct role in the six losses that they've had this season. The other five have now pitched 25 innings, have given up 21 runs, have a 7.57 ERA coming out of the pen. That's a problem. Second problem, hold on to the table. Team batting average with runners in scoring position 203.
Oh.
Not good. Manny Machado is hitting a buck 90, which is odd because he hit really well in the spring. And Ha-Seong Kim is hitting an even 200 and had two strange defensive plays for a gold glove shortstop in the Sunday loss to San Francisco. I went back and did a check. The Padres have had 7 big innings so far this season, accounting for 34 runs. The other 93 innings, John, they've scored 29 runs total in 93 innings, aside from the big innings. They've got a hole in the lineup. They've never, as good as Jackson Merrill is playing right now, they've just got problems. Guys are not hitting. They, in all honesty, have not replaced Juan Soto. And here's what I think is going on. I think AJ Preller is talking to Miami seriously. Miami is in fire sale mode. That franchise is just completely collapsed. And I'm of the opinion that he's going to make a sales pitch to try to get Luis Reyes, the first baseman, second baseman that Miami had gotten from Minnesota. You know, the kid that, he flashed and hit almost 400 for the first 3 months of last season, wound up hitting, I think, in the 340s. But the problem is you get him for 1 year rental. The other problem, are we going to revisit trading away the farm system again? I was told Miami wants 3 to 4 prospects if they're going to move Arias. So Padres right now are just not a complete baseball team, and they've got a lot of work to do. And just dead ahead, they got the Dodgers. Your response on Padre baseball?
Lee, didn't you say that the Padres bullpen was going to be their strength? And now what's going on? Why are they failing? Or is it just too early? You know, we just need to relax and be patient.
Well, yeah, it is early. The favorite phrase would be small sample size, John. And those guys had accomplished this. You know, what Cosgrove did last year was spectacular. Cosgrove's had a couple of bad outings. Wandy Peralta, as a setup guy, has pitched okay, but he's had one bad outing. Um, I guess the big issue is what is going on in terms of usage. Have they been overused? And there's a bit of an alarming thing, and nobody's talking about it. Robert Suarez's last outing, 1 inning plus, he got 5 outs, 35 pitches, has not pitched since then. That's a big issue in terms of overuse, too much use, too many pitches in one outing. So, granted, it's early in the season. They're 5-7. I just don't think they have enough bats, and a little concerned about how erratic the pitching is. Let's go from that to the Dodgers. Yoshi Yamamoto, or as I called him, Yosh, till I was corrected by Dodger fan. Uh, Yoshi, man, he was brilliant. He's had 2 good outings with the one bad outing so far. He looks like he's got this thing dialed in. But you know what? When you're a young pitcher, have tough times. Bobby Miller, number 2 starter in the rotation, pitched well at the end of last season, John, for them. Bobby Miller at Wrigley Field struck out all 3 batters in the first inning on 10 pitches against the Cubs. 10 pitches, 3 Ks. Didn't get out of the second inning. Wild pitches, walks, hit batsmen, long ball, gave up 5 runs, and Dave Roberts had to go get him in the second inning. So young guys can be good, like Yoshi was, could be bad, like he did one time. And now Bobby Miller, geez. And then Gavin Stone got lit up on Sunday. So Dodgers right now are not the complete deal. However, Walker Buehler has now had 2 good rehab outings. And I think by May 1st, he's going to be back in the Dodger rotation, even if it is on a pitch count. That being said, the Dodger batting averages are unfreaking believable. Mookie Betts, 400. Showtime, 300. Freddie Freeman, 333. Max Muncy, 286. Teoscar Hernandez, 273 with long balls. I tell you, the first half of the Dodger batting order, bingo. So Dodgers' best ball is still to come, and I think as soon as they get Buehler back, that's going to help them a great deal. One other note: Angels, miserable weekend at home opener, played the Red Sox. The fans booed Anthony Rendon every minute, every game at home plate.
Awesome.
And he's hitting 073. You know, we think back to the day he made the comment, baseball's not the most important thing in my life. Holy cow, why would you say that publicly? And then followed up by hitting 073 after having had 3 straight bad seasons with injuries. Boys, he created a monster mess for himself. And Angel fans were canvassed by the media over the weekend at the stadium. And almost to a man, Angel fans said, I wish Artie Moreno would sell the team. And Angel fans said, you know, Mike Trout's been dedicated, but maybe we should trade him and get a boatload of players in return for him. Only positive thing to come out of the Angels' opening weekend at home against the Bo Sox. This kid, Reed Detmers, the #1 pick from a couple of years ago that they force-fed, he's really had a great start. He struck out 12 on the weekend in his latest start in 6 innings. So it looks like they've got a front runner to lead their rotation. I just don't think they have enough players. So John Riley from left field, comment on the Padres, comment on the Dodgers, comment on the Halos.
Well, yeah, the Padres, I'm frustrated. I mean, they should have won that game on Sunday. I mean, it was insane how that didn't work out. I heard some people on social media saying, you know, talking about the Ha-Seong Kim dropping the ball. If the fielder has the ball in his glove and he touches the player, some would say that at that instant, the player should be out. But then the ball pops out later. It's like the transfer rule. It's like a little bit subjective.
When I saw the play, though, I wasn't sure whether the ball was in Kim's glove or the ball might have hit the base runner and Kim's glove simultaneously. All of a sudden, the ball's going by him.
You know, I do want to give a shout out to another sports talk guy, Ben Higgins. He had a great tweet. He said, if it wasn't for the Padres having gloves failing left and right, they'd be in a lot better position.
Your thoughts on the Dodger batting order? Who the hell are you going to pitch around?
Oh my God. I mean, they're just loaded on every level. I mean, it's just, they just keep restocking. The comment I want to make about the pitching is that, you know, again, they're blessed with so many riches, but remember in this morning's best 15 that you sent out, Ryan Pepio, who the Dodgers traded away, had a really good outing in Tampa.
11 strikeouts. Very, very dominant outing in 6 innings for the Rays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spin back the Miami trade talks.
Oh,
revisiting AJ doing this. Does he have to do it because Arias? That's a pretty good bat, and they got holes in their lineup, or we're going to give up too much to rent a guy for 1 year.
Well, you know, first of all, Arias is like a Tony Gwynn, which kind of makes it feel good for Padres. But what would you do with your infield? I mean, you'd have to move Cronenworth or Kim to third and Manny to DH, and then Luis Arias on the right-hand side, and then the infielders just cycle through the DH. I mean, what else it's just, we need outfielders. You know, the infield, I think, is okay, right?
Well, it is, but Arias would give them bats, base hits.
Big time, yeah.
But the issue is you could tell Jake Cronenworth, go back in the clubhouse and get your outfielder's glove. And maybe he becomes your left fielder. You know, and we don't know if Jackson Merrill is going to continue hitting the way he's hitting, but this has been fabulous. Kid's hitting 333 right now, which is kind of cool. But I'm concerned about Manny because they had to shut him down because of fatigue in the elbow. Now he is throwing again, but it's not like taking as much infield as you need to be sharp. And maybe he stays at DH or... So we'll see if this Miami thing happens. But as exciting as it would be to get that kind of bat, even on a 1-year rental, here we go again. Who are we going to trade next?
Well, you know, AJ keeps replenishing the farm system, right? Boots on the ground. So he keeps generating assets to trade.
Okay, let's talk about the other